Here are 9 dramatic Coronation Street spoilers for next week, including dementia fears, a new arrival, and a big return. Don't go anywhere. Spoiler 1, Debbie's joyful moment is tainted. Debbie heads to a private doctor's appointment and explains several incidents she's recently had, with flashbacks being shown to viewers. With Debbie putting everything down to the menopause, she's devastated when the doctor suggests that she might have had a mini stroke. Debbie's then referred for some tests for vascular dementia, encouraged to be honest with Ronnie, but after the appointment, Debbie puts on a brave face and goes back into work mode. Later on, Ronnie arrives at the hotel with Debbie's lunchbox after noting that she forgot it. Debbie continues to hide her concerns from her partner though. However, she's faced with a huge decision when Ronnie gets down on one knee and proposes to her. How will Debbie answer? Spoiler 2, Kevin takes his anger out on his loved ones. Kevin and Jack continue to clash as Kevin grounds him. Tyrone then attempts to make peace with Kev. Kev is quick to lash out at Ty in the pub after being called selfish and nasty. And Kev continues to take everything out on his loved ones, also making cruel comments towards Abby. With Ty and Abby both discussing Kev's recent behaviour, Ty pops round to see Kevin and encourages him to open up about how he's really been feeling. Gathering with his friends in the Rovers, Kev apologises for his recent actions and enjoys taking part in a darts competition. But the happy occasion is short-lived as Mick enters the pub and demands his money from Ronnie. Ronnie pins Mick up against the wall, with Kevin and Tyrone joining forces to intervene. Spoiler 3, Abby's asked out by Kevin's brother Carl. At the Fresco car park, Abby bumps her car after a guy called Carl tries to nab her parking space. Abby's having a difficult time of things and, explaining that her husband has cancer, gives Carl a messed up nose. Abby apologises for the incident, feeling immediate regret. She doesn't expect Carl to then flood her with compliments and ask her out for a drink. After the incident, Abby tells her family about her run-in with the guy called Carl. She fails to tell them that she was attracted to him though. When she returns from the loos, she soon realises that Carl is actually Debbie and Kevin's brother. Carl overheard Abby tell Kevin and Debbie the whole story, but will he admit that he was the man at Fresco's? Spoiler 4, Dee Dee fights for justice. In the flat, Dee Dee tells Sarah that she doesn't want anybody else to suffer the way she did at the hospital, and is ready to fight for what's right. Meeting with her midwife, Dee Dee then makes her feelings clear, before Ed leaves Debbie to mind baby Layla while he nips out. And someone's trying to dodge their plans in our next spoiler, so stay tuned to find out who it could be. Spoiler 5, Gemma makes excuses. Gemma gets out of her lunch plans with Lou by pretending that she's got to look after one of her ill kids. But Lou then spots her at Roy's and wants to know why she isn't at home with the quads. Will Gemma tell the truth? Spoiler 6, Todd finds out Theo's secret. Theo bumps into Todd and confesses that he really likes him. Todd then spots Theo head to Shuttleworth's to discuss a funeral. Todd then finds out what Theo is hiding and shares his discovery with Billy, warned to keep his distance from Theo. Afterwards, Theo begs Todd not to cause a commotion at his mother-in-law's funeral, but what is Theo's secret? Spoiler 7, Jenny begs to keep the pub. Carla informs Jenny that she needs to pay Lisa back and is selling the pub. Later, Jenny receives a bottle of champagne from Dominic's vineyard as Christina watches smugly. Daisy's intrigued as Jenny asks Carla to give her first refusal on the pub. Will Carla be so kind? Spoiler 8, Hope gets her own back, with Tim suggesting the idea of fostering to Sally. Sally shares her concerns about not wanting to foster a kid like Hope. Hope hears and plots her revenge. In the garden, Sally is suddenly hit with a water balloon as Hope and Ruby chuckle over the fence and film the prank. Back at home, Hope finds Cassie and Steve partially clothed and promises to keep quiet if Cassie does the same for her. And finally, spoiler 9, Dorrin returns. Tyrone comes home and is over the moon to see his son Dorrin there. Fizz tells Ty that Dorrin's staying with them for a while as Alina's home has been flooded. And if you enjoyed this week's Coronation Street spoilers, subscribe so you can come back next week for more Weatherfield news.